So you are a Kiesel guitar player. You have your own line of guitars. You have your own guitar. Tell me about Kiesel and why you like them.
It's kind of like a funny beginning, really, with that, because I was with ESP for a long time. I had a signature guitar with them. And I don't know, like, you know, things were kind of like, we were just kind of like maybe growing apart, artist and company kind of thing. I think I just wanted different things out of the relationship, and maybe they were willing to offer, I suppose. And so I was thinking I was in the market for a change, moving to another company. So I've been seeing, you know, Kiesel on the market, and you know, been seeing a lot more people posting about them, and actually the tour that I was on with Charlie, which was with Angel Vivaldi. Like you mentioned Dallas, we played there. I think there's a place called, is it Loving Touch there? Is that it? Is that Dallas? Loving Touch, like, is it?
Sounds like a strip club. Love and Touch? No,
Loving Touch, or what is it?
Oh, it still sounds like a strip club. I don't know.
I don't know. What's the venues in?
So there's Bomb Factory, there's like Smirnoff, there's Tree. Okay, you wouldn't play Trees, but there's Bomb Factory. That's in Deep Ellum. Did you go to Deep Ellum? So like downtown area?
No. Oh yeah, we were at Houston as well. There was what was that place? Scout Bar?
Yeah, Scout Bar.
Okay, yeah, we did that.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
But anyways, but
Texas?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen you like go and see bands there. I don't know.
Oh, me at Scout Bar?
No. This place that I'm in my brain, I'm thinking is called the Loving Touch. What is this fucking place?
I've never heard of anything called the Loving Touch. It sounds like a...
I don't know. It's really doing my head in now, because I'm sure...
Is there like...
Forget this part of the podcast. Just cut this out. You'll have to just start again.
But, we're going to leave it, and we're going to find out what the Loving Touch is.
Yeah, what the fuck is this place? I'm gonna have to look now, because I'm sure I've seen you.
No,
it's something Touch.
Come and Take It.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah, no, that's like a club.
What the fuck was I thinking about? Right, you're gonna have to Come and Take It live. That's it. Yeah, that's in Texas, right?
Yeah, I work with them. I host Instagram lives for them. It's like my new hometown metal venue. Like I've had to switch. Like I lived in Dallas, and I had Trees and like Bomb Factory. And now I'm not in Deep Ellum, and I'm sad. And now I'm at Come and Take It Live. So I'm building my little heart happy place at Come and Take It Live now.
Well, I'm typing this place in now to see what comes up.
Right.
Yeah, it is a live venue. It's in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
It's, Ferndale.
I thought you were going to be like, oh yeah, it is a strip club I've been to. Yeah.
No. If only.
It just sounds like a strip club to me. I don't know.
No. There you go. I was just thinking, I knew there was a place called that. It was fucking doing my head in.
Okay.
I was just like, no, but yeah, that's it. But that wasn't anywhere near Texas, so it's fine.
I've never been to Michigan, but I love that you look at me and think Michigan, so that's cool.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
I've never been. There you go.
Right.
Okay. So it was a funny story how you got with Kiesel. So you were shopping around looking for a new guitar opportunity.
Yeah, well, I've been seeing Kiesel on the market like for a while. You know, people playing them and stuff. And I was actually when I said about like playing with Charlie, it was on that tour with Angel Vivaldi. So we were just doing this like instrumental tour, and Angel's guitar player Jason, he plays Kiesel, and he had a couple on the road, and played them, and they were great. And the other guitar player, Chris Letchford from Scale the Summit, he had a very different guitar, you know, like these headless things, which is his own signature guitar with them, and I played that as well. And I was just like, wow, these are two completely different guitars, but I was able to play them both fairly comfortably, and they felt great to me. So, you know, and I'd seen a bit of you know, like Jeff online with like, you know, different people and stuff, and I'd seen the guitars and they were really cool. And I'd at the time, even though, you know, me and ESP were kind of, I don't know, not really communicating as well as we should do, during that time we were planning on putting out another signature AJ model that was like a white 7-string, which was like a new model with a new bridge on it called the Evertune, right? So that was coming out, but I didn't even own one of those guitars for like ages. I had to retrofit one of my older guitars to have the Evertune on it. And I think that's kind of where the problem came, was the fact that I needed this guitar like really badly. And it was just so difficult to like get anything out of them that I needed that was going to be the next model that we were talking about. So that's kind of where the problems started happening. So it wasn't until like the Namm that guitar was going to get released that I met Jeff Kiesel. And I didn't want to make a hard and fast decision about changing companies because I hadn't met the guy. I wanted to know if we were going to vibe and stuff like that. And, you know, and again, it's these things where you hear like rumors and opinions online, and some of them are, you know, less favorable than others. And I tend to like never really take people's opinions like that. And insert them into my own opinion database until I've actually experienced it for myself. So I was kind of thinking, all right, you know, because I'd seen a lot of positive stuff about Jeff Kiesel as well, but I wanted to at least speak to him and see if we were going to get on. So Namm show, I go by the Kiesel booth. We hit it off great. You know, we're talking about it. He hands me a couple of guitars, and there was one guitar in particular that stuck out to me as one that I thought, yeah, we could build on this and do something really cool, which was the Crescent model, which is something that was already existed. The only thing that's different about my guitar compared to the just standard Crescent model is the bottom horn, because it's a double cutaway guitar. So the bottom part, there's slightly more shaved out of that bottom piece, just so it doesn't interfere with the fingers as much up that high in the neck. That's the only aesthetical change that we made. And then there's like a bunch of like head stuff, different stuff like that. But the main things that we worked on was how we were going to present the guitar in terms of like how they were going to look and stuff. And I had some ideas and he had some ideas, and we kind of joined them, and we ended up with the sort of colours of the rainbow that you see now, like with all the different ones, and the pickups as well. So the pickups in the guitar are called polarities. They're basically active pickups. But we backed and forth quite a lot about the tone of those pickups. Now, they're not necessarily a signature pickup, like they're not, oh, these are the AJ pickups or whatever. Because we were like, well, we didn't really want to put that as like a signature model pickup, if you know what I mean. We just kind of like, he picked my brain about the things I liked most about what I was using and the things that I liked and all the rest of it. And then we kind of like did some work on the pickups to voice them that way. So yeah, people can get them and they're called the polarities, but they are based on, you know, me and Jeff backing and forthing about how we think they should sound. And my guitars have definitely gone through a few different changes of volume knob and pickup configurations in terms of like, because there's a push pull on the guitar, so you can change the voicings and stuff. So I've got a bunch of guitars that are wired differently that they're not necessarily ones that people get, but the main white one that I play is exactly wired like what you can buy direct from Kiesel. It's just that I wanted a few different options for different sounds, and I'm just a bit weird like that, you know. And he was like, look, you know, whatever you want, we'll do. And I think that's the thing as well. It's like, even though Kiesel sort of then, and maybe even now, it's a different kind of market because it's a direct to consumer market model, you know, business model that they've got going on. Whereas like ESP, they're a big company. They have like their custom shop and they distribute all over the world with the guitars. It's a different thing entirely. So I don't know if you can compare the company sizes, but in terms of like popularity, Kiesel are definitely up there at the moment in terms of like one of the sort of go-to models that a lot of people are starting to kind of move from other companies to go and play that guitar, whether it be either an artist or as just a consumer. But yeah, it was like, he was like, look, I can do whatever you want. You know, we can do this with the paint job. We can do this with the pickups. And like, you know, in terms of like the color and stuff like that, you know, where do you want, you know, what kind of paint style do you want? So obviously you got like shiny paint, and then we had like gloss, because I've been using like matte finish on my last guitars, and I really like how that, because that does actually gloss out. So satin, after a while, when you play it, it kind of smooths out. So the guitar neck is very different on my guitars than say like the front of the body. actually, on a lot of my guitars, if you notice the little finger is rubbed on the guitar so much, it's actually made a shiny patch where the rest of it's satin. So it kind of rubs off eventually if you polish it enough. But yeah, I don't know, like, you know, the woods that we wanted to use as well. You know, I told Jeff kind of the sort of sound that I like, and we went through a few different combinations of woods before we landed on what we ended up with. And the whole process was just really easy, and it was just really accommodating. And it was, you know, like, even if I called him up now and goes, "Oh, I need this," he'd just be like, "Yeah, cool. All right, we'll put it in, get it done." And that's it. And aside from that, you know, we get on great. I mean, we'll be on the phone sometimes for like an hour and not even talk about music or guitars at all. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's definitely more important for me to have cool relationships like that with people than it is, I'm going to go with this company because they're going to pay me, I don't know, 70 grand a year or whatever to play their guitar, sort of thing. I just never really operated like that. I'd much prefer to play something that I genuinely really enjoy, and I want to work with the company because I like the people, you know. Just makes working in this industry more fun when you get on with people, you know, rather than just sort of parading yourself around like, I don't know, whatever, and then just expecting people to do shit for you. And you do it, and everything has some sort of price tag attached to it, you know.
Mm-hmm. So again, like, what's really important to you? So is it like having more room for your hand? You said at the bottom of your guitar, that's really important to you. What are like the features that's like, okay, it has to have this, has to have this, has to have this, and I want people to be able to do this?
Well, I wanted people to have like more tonal options on one of my guitars than so they would have on a previous model of anything of mine. So that's why we had the push-pull volume pot. So you could go between like full powered humbuckers sound, and then you could have like more of a sort of almost like stratty kind of sound, more for like, you know, different cleans and stuff. We wanted to play more like bluesy leads and stuff. So it just kind of like covered from kind of like light blues, even kind of like some jazzy tones, to be honest, right through to the heaviest metal that you want to be able to play. So something that was like pretty diverse in its tone across the board. But I wanted to do that with just one volume pot instead of having like two volume pots or two tone knobs, or because I don't even have a tone knob on mine, because I just think I never used it on any of my guitars, and I'd always pick it up, and if the tone knob was slightly down, I'd be like, why is this sound all muffled and weird? And then I just realized that the tone knob needs to just be turned up, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I kind of look at it as I'm never going to use that. If I want less treble in my tone, I'll just turn it down on the amp. You know, I don't want to be doing it on the guitar. So yeah, that's that. And also for me, I definitely gravitate more towards arch top guitars. So anything that's kind of like got a curve in the top. And I think one of my first guitars was actually like a